Rehydrating pinto beans. Alright, well let's try this out. This is going to be some pork carnitas, so I tried to get everything out that we're going to need to start. These are my pinto beans that I've been soaking overnight. I've never made refried beans before, so we're going to give that a try. You're going to need a cast iron Dutch oven, preferably something enameled. Those are the best for this type of application. This one's 4.5 quart, but 5 quart is good, somewhere in that area. 4 pounds of pork shoulder. This is 8, so well 8.3. We're gonna use only about half of this. For spices, we're gonna need some black pepper, some bay leaves, crushed red pepper, some salt, oregano and cumin, and then some sugar. We're gonna need 2 oranges, 2 limes. We're gonna need about 4 cloves of garlic, 1 medium white onion, 1 spicy jalapeno boy, big ass tortillas, and then this is some queso fresco, Mexican cheese. So now I'm gonna prepare all these ingredients. First thing we'll do is get our spices mixed up. 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon granulated white sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon red pepper flakes. And then we're gonna need 2 bay leaves. We're gonna wanna leave these off to the side for now. All right, let's juice the citrus. And just like anything, we're gonna rinse it. After we rinse it, we can roll the citrus to help get some of the juices up and tenderize the fruit a little. Now we're going to cut them in half and juice them. So we actually want to keep some of the skins, as we're going to throw those in with the Dutch oven, and the pork will cook with them. I like to try to take some of this white off. It can kind of create a bitter flavor when cooking. So I have the skins from 1 whole orange and 1 whole lime. I'm gonna chop up 1 medium white onion. Take the outside skin off. We're going to need 4 cloves of garlic. Anything you can find to smash them lightly, just so we can get them out of the skin. Chop it up some more. Keep chopping. Let's smash it. And then chop some more. Make a big mess. Clean up. Spicy jalapeno boy. Handle with care. No stems, no seeds. Chop the spicy jalapeno boy. Why is the air spicy? Mr. Meat Slab, Mr. Porkington. 4 pounds. Rinse your meat. Nice bath. Rinse your meat. Dry your meat. Dry meat. There's a big bone. Cut meat. Remove big chunks of fat, but still leave some fat. And then score fat. Take what I'm going to use and wrap up the rest. Preheat oven, bake 300 degrees. Now let's cook. Dutch oven, medium heat. Pan is preheated. We're going to put about a tablespoon of oil in there. We're going to try to keep the fat side up on a lot of these pieces. If not, it's no big deal. Put spice in. Try to coat all the pieces. Orange juice, vegetables, things, orange and lime skins, cup and a half of water, 2 bay leaves. Whoop. Move some things around. Don't crush the bay leaf, we're gonna want to pull that out later. Okay, top it off. Oven for 3 hours, 300 degrees. And don't leave your burner on. Now clean up your mess. 10 cups of water, rehydrated pinto beans, 1 pound, teaspoon of salt. Bring this to a boil. 3 hours have passed. Oh, yeah, baby. That's not too bad. Oh no, it's falling apart. Let's give it some light stirring. Moved the beans to the back burner because I want to use this burner. Beans are boiling. Reduce to simmer, probably 2. And we'll cook for 2 hours. 3 hours later. So now we're going to want to pull stuff out of here. We're going to want to pull out our orange and limes, our bay leaves, and in this particular instance, I have a bone in my pork butt. Yours may not. If you got one, pull it out. If you don't worry. Now we want to remove as much meat as we can. Best to try not to break the meat up a lot, so the chunks are easier to fish out. Now that we have most of the meat out, we want to reduce this. So on the burner, medium heat, we want to get this nice and thick and get a lot of that moisture out. You could just eat this like this, but we're going to make it better. Maybe a little higher, just looking for it to get a little more bubbly than this. This is perfect. We're going to let this simmer for as long as it takes to get it reduced down to 1-2 cups of liquid. So this has been simmering for half an hour on medium heat, and I just recently had to turn it down to about 4. As the liquid reduces, you want to keep an eye on the heat to make sure it's not burning the bottom. Our goal here is to get kind of almost a syrupy consistency, and we're getting pretty close. So maybe about another 15 minutes. So it's been about 45 minutes letting this reduce. We are right where we want to be. I have had to keep an eye on the temperature. It's about 3 on the burner, and it is good to go. So now all we got to do is take all this and put it back in here. Smash it all up. You will know your pork is done because it just shreds. Just falls right apart. Ooh, look at that. After you've broken all this up and got it nice and mixed, your pork carnitas is basically done. If you wanted crispy pork carnitas, All you would have to do is get a baking sheet. I would line it with some tin foil, spread all the pork carnitas out on this, and then just throw it in the oven, put it on broil. I would keep an eye on it, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, until it starts to crisp up and get nice and golden brown. But we're gonna just leave it as is. Okay, it's been 2 hours. Beans should be done. Now we can check to see if these beans are done. Whoop. Oh yeah, those beans are done. So what I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna take about 2 cups of water out. Reserve some of this water, because there's actually a lot of good flavor, a lot of bean flavor in this water. And now we're gonna try to drain the rest of the water. So now these aren't gonna be traditional refried beans, because generally you fry them. I don't have any fat to fry them in. So basically I'm gonna make mashed beans. They should be pretty close, but I'm also going to add some extra flavor to them. This is 2 cloves of garlic, teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of chili powder for a little extra flavor. Use a little bean water there. So now we're gonna smash them up basically like mashed potatoes. Anything you can use in your kitchen to smash them, like the bottom of a glass. I have a meat tenderizer I'm gonna use. And then we'll add some liquid if it gets a little too thick, if we need to thin it out. So it is a little thick. I'm gonna add a little bean water. Whew. It's like sticking to the bottom of the pan. I'm not saying this worked out the best, but it worked. Sometimes you just need to improvise. It's still a little thick. I'm gonna add a little more bean water. Maybe just a tad bit more. All right, let's see how we did. That is really good. The only thing I might have changed is I would have used 1 clove of garlic, but everything else is perfect. So now we're gonna get into assembling burritos. The only thing I wanted to mention is you can make this your own. All you really need to do is add a tablespoon of salt, and then you can put any kind of spices or flavors in there you want. So the last thing we need to do is assemble our burrito and put some cheese on it. Opening up my queso. Queso is a really good Mexican cheese. The closest, I would say it's kind of like a really good crumbly mozzarella. And you can assemble this any way you want. Put in some beans. Queso fresco. Pork carnitas. Little more queso, and then you can put any other toppings you want on this. You can also use any kind of cheese you want. You don't have to use queso fresco. Get your burrito roll down. Well, that didn't work. Ugh. I was trying to be cool. Now, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but this is fucking delicious. And that's pretty much it. give her a try. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, or don't. I don't give a fuck.